Okay, everybody, we are talking about magnesium today, and I've been talking about this in every single video pretty much as a supplement that is required in the body. And so I thought it is more than important for me to make sure that I do a full explanation of magnesium and why it's so important in the body, and if you happen to be deficient in magnesium. So, to get your magnesium levels tested, there are no real great ways of testing it other than your symptoms. So, but for instance, like I was saying in the past, that our soil has massively been depleted. As of 1978, it was 50%, it was 50% depleted in magnesium. And so now, being 2019, it's massively depleted because it is not being replaced with the amount of magnesium when it's been harvested as it needs to be. It's being replaced with more nitrogen into the earth. So even if you have a really great diet, you're not going to have the sufficient amount of magnesium that your body is requiring. Now, some of the ways that your body tends to be depleted of magnesium is, number one, stress depletes it. Having processed foods, having high amounts of processed sugar, which is processed foods, but also having pharmaceutical drugs, sweating a lot, working out a lot. All of these things create an imbalance and a depletion of magnesium within the body. So what happens within the body when you are depleted of magnesium? Well, first of all, your gums, your teeth, the minerals of magnesium are being stripped away. So that has a big effect on teeth and gums, for especially you see it in children that tend to have higher sugar, adults as well, creating a lot more tooth decay. Another thing is having more exhaustion throughout the day, because when we're depleted in magnesium, that actually affects the whole enzymatic functions in the body, because magnesium is actually responsible for over 300 different enzymatic functions within the body. It's also very important for protein synthesis in the body. It's important for hormonal balancing in the body. So having magnesium is important for all of those factors as well. So when you don't have it, it is going to affect your energy levels massively. It's going to affect your sleep. So people that, especially when we're stressed out and then it's depleted, our body, our muscles are not able to relax the way that they need to. So you have calcium that helps the muscles contract, and you have magnesium that helps the muscles relax. So very, very important for sleep. Also very important for heart. Magnesium is very, very essential for happy, healthy heart, because our heart is a muscle. So when we're really depleted in magnesium, it can have an effect on heart. You see a lot of elderly patients in the hospitals that are severely deficient in magnesium and potassium because their mineral content is very low, especially from being on a lot of pharmaceutical drugs and stress and stuff. And most people don't know that magnesium is a requirement that their body absolutely needs. Some people that have a lot of anxiety, they don't realize that actually, because magnesium affects the central nervous system, that they could be in desperate need of magnesium as well. Some other ones I wrote down because there's just a million of them. Of course, muscle spasms, so restless leg syndrome, or if you have muscle cramping. So, you're just walking down the street and all of a sudden your feet start to cramp up or your leg starts to cramp up. That all tends to be severe magnesium deficiency. And then we go into, let's see here, headaches. There are some people that have chronic headaches and migraines due to magnesium deficiency. Migraines can encompass a bunch of other things as well, but that could be one of the factors. And it's really important that you guys are getting a proper type of magnesium, because there's different forms of magnesium. There's actually a lot of different forms of magnesium. And what I'm going to do too in the next couple of minutes is I'm going to go through the different forms. I just want to make sure that I'm getting all of the different effects. So your body stores half its magnesium in the cells, in the tissues, and the organs. The other 49% is stored with calcium to help with keeping your bones healthy and strong. And then 1%, a very small amount, is stored in the blood. So when they do blood tests to see about your magnesium, that's why they can't actually get an accurate amount, because it's only 1% that's actually stored there. So looking at the side effects, and again, knowing that most people just are not getting the magnesium that their body requires, it's very essential for kids and adults to get on a good form. So number one is magnesium glycinate. That's probably the top number one magnesium that I recommend, because it is such a good therapeutic form of magnesium that gets into the cells of the body, goes where it's needed. It doesn't have the laxative effect that some of the other forms have. And I know some people do use it as, use magnesium as a laxative form, but the truth is that there are a lot of issues that is going on in the body why a person is constipated. And yes, we absolutely need to have our digestion working properly and eliminating several times, 1 to 2 to 3 times a day. But we don't want to have a form that's just going to fill up the bowels and do that. We want it to also have all the therapeutic effects of it too. So magnesium glycinate, when you do get the sufficient amount that your body requires and you go over that, then it will help your bowels, because again, helping to relax the colon, to help you go to the bathroom easier, but it's not going to give you that laxative effect. Another thing that is really great with that one in particular is that it does help you have more energy throughout the day, sleep better at night. It does help with restless leg syndrome and any type of muscle cramping. I do really like it too, because obviously one of the other things that I forgot to mention, which is one of the biggest things in the first part of the video about side effects, is if you have a lot of gut issues, so IBS, Crohn's, colitis, anything like that, then magnesium is a very, very important. The reason why a lot of people might say, oh, well, magnesium is irritating on my gut, it's because of the forms that you were taking. So if you're taking an oxide, which is not a therapeutic source of magnesium and tends to definitely just fill up the colon and give you bad side effects. It's also the cheapest form that when you go into certain box chains, you'll see magnesium oxide, and it's not a therapeutic form at all. So it's not really doing anything beneficial to the body, and it's very irritating with people with Crohn's, colitis, IBS. Same as one that actually is a good source but tends to be a bit irritating is citrate. Citrate is great for calming. It's great for helping people to sleep. But again, if you do suffer from gut issues, it might be irritating on your gut. So I suggest, if you do have those particular issues, to step aside from that form and go with the glycinate and go with a malate. Magnesium malate, again, is wonderful for fibromyalgia. It's wonderful for period cramping. Again, our uterus is a muscle, so it helps to relax. And everybody's kind of different with that one, in the sense where some people really love the malate, some people love the glycinate. Post-workout malate is another really great one, because it, again, is a therapeutic one. So that one, again, will not, it won't cause diarrhea. It won't just fill up the colon as well. It's a really good therapeutic source that will go where it's needed in the body. So those are the 2 top ones that I typically recommend to people, because it is the, I would say, safest, in the sense where you're not going to have these side effects. And your body is, most people's bodies are very deficient in magnesium. So if you're just taking it for a couple weeks, or take 1 bottle and then think that that's fine, that's typically not what's going to happen. Is that your body is not going to just stay fine forever. Because we have that deficiency, it takes a while for your body to get the mineral content back up to where it's needed. And so I typically tell people, if you can, it's just like drinking water. You have to drink water every day. Always have magnesium in your life, but at least have it for the first 6 months, to continuously have it every single day. And then, if you're not doing it every day, then if you're not going through chronic stress at that point, or, on a lot of pharmaceutical drugs, then it's fine to taper off of it a lot more and just do it a couple times a week or a few times a week. But, for those of us who are stressed, we're working out all the time, and there's so much going on in our lives. We're sweating and our bodies require it, or we have digestive issues, then we're going to have to need more magnesium than the regular person. So anyways, this was the information that I really wanted to bring to you guys on magnesium. So I hope it helps. And if you have any other questions, then let me know.